Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to kind of a breaking news Arsenal news show. Very quick. It's going to be about 30 minutes maximum. Before we get into the main topic, I just want to quickly say that we have obviously got a competition going on right now. And it is this win a signed Aaron Ramsdale frame. It's got an certificate of authentication with it. All you got to simply do is subscribe to the Armory. If you have already subscribed, then you're already entered. But any new subscribers will be entered into the competition. And James has just joined me just in time for us to talk about the breaking news, which is William Saliba has agreed a new deal, according to Mr. Ornstein. James, you happy?
Yeah, of course I am, man. Like if you're not happy with this, then I don't think you can call yourself an Arsenal fan, to be honest.
Correct.
I'm really excited about it. He was the most I was worried about of the three: Martinelli, Saka,
No one
and
listened
Saliba.
to me. No one listened to me.
But I'm glad we got it sorted because let's just say it how it is. He's the best young centre back on the planet. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, obviously the little ins and outs of it we don't know, but I have been told that it's going to come out in the press as a ridiculous amount of money, but it will be the base wage that you need to look out for. It'll be around Saka and Martinelli's new wages. The big lump sum that will probably scare a lot of people, but don't worry about that. It's the base wage that we look for, not the actual what it could be. Like with Saka, could be 300, but come on. Big up to Ollie. Hope you do. He's going all in here. We are going to win the league according to Ollie. Big up to Ollie. Hope you're doing well. Big up to Tony. Afternoon to Chris. Hope you're doing well. I think Arsenal are going to have an underachieving transfer window in his opinion. Well, we'll wait and see. But so far, so good. Saliba agreeing a new deal. That is one of the signings we wanted for this summer. So tick 1. Declan Rice, close. Will be tick 2. And there are some more links. But before we get onto those, just want to quickly ask James, are you bothered about the money when it comes to Saliba?
No, I don't care. You only talk about contracts when the player is not performing. Then you can worry. Look, Matt, start of the season, everyone brought up that Salah was on 350k a week because he wasn't performing. As soon as he started performing, those conversations went away. Yeah. So it's one of those things where if the player performs, then they're going to be worth every penny. And trust me, it's worth every penny of this contract.
Yeah. 100%. Chris saying we need more than rice. We're definitely getting more than a bag of rice. That's for certain. So there'll be plenty of nice bit of meat there. A bit of potato. There'll be plenty of food in the end. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I think guaranteed we'll get 5, leading to 8. I reckon. But that's what I think, and we'll wait and see. But I don't think it will be underachieving if. Look, some fans might not be happy with some signings. That's absolutely fine. We can't please everybody. But if it's to play the way we want to play and not falter like we did last season, then I'll be happy. Declan Rice is going to be a massive signing. Now, James is unprepared for this because he doesn't know anything about who's been linked with probably yet. One he might do because it came yesterday. Not that. Chiesa. Arsenal considering making an approach for Federico Chiesa. Now, I loved his dad. I thought his dad was brilliant. But this is Federico. He's 25, plays for Juventus. I think the fee is around 50 to 60 million. He is more of a right winger, but can play down the centre. Can also play on the left as well, which is interesting. Now, do you know much about Chiesa, James?
No, I've only seen him at the Euros. He's not someone that I've paid too much attention to. I don't watch much Italian football.
No, don't worry about it. He hasn't started much for Juventus this year. He's only started 6 games out of the 21 he's actually played. Obviously, Juventus, yes, I know they finished badly, but that's mainly due to point deductions. But look, I can't say I'm that keen. But the reason I was talking about this once again is the fact that we are clearly looking for someone to help Saka out on the right. So watch this space for someone out there. I think James said last night that Diaby is the one for him. There are other names as well, but the fact that the links are there suggests that we're definitely looking for a white ringer. He is 25, so again he falls within our whatever you want to call it, remit, project, process, whatever. And the last one we're going to talk about today, this one's the Dane Victor Nelsson. Arsenal are considering hijacking the move that Tottenham are trying to make for the 24-year-old from Galatasaray. I don't know much about Victor Nelsson, if I'm honest, because he's someone that I don't really consider that much. He has played 33 times for Galatasaray this season. He plays mainly on the right. He can play right back quite comfortably. James, do you know much about Victor?
Nope.
No, didn't think so. Don't worry about it. From what I'm seeing here on his heat map, he is quite progressive. He does go just over the halfway line with the ball, so that's quite impressive. Doesn't get any goals. His touch is not too bad. Accuracy per game with passing is about 86%. So again, not too bad. Long balls. He does do a lot of long balls, which is interesting. He's had 15 clean sheets at Galatasaray this season. He's very good with dribbles, 100% success rate. Touches 66.8 per game on average, which is around what we kind of need it to be for a centre back. So again, interesting, but no goals, which kind of would like sometimes. But that's just me probably because I'm just being greedy. I like players that score goals. So you know nothing about him, but again, we're being linked with a centre back, which again suggests that someone's leaving, and I think it's going to be Holding, which is why I am going to talk for the last, given about 10 minutes, we'll talk about this. Arsenal will try their best, well, they'll try their hardest to sell well. Now, the reason this has come out is because Arsenal have demanded Balogun for 40 million. Tierney is over 35 million, which I think is exactly what I've said I want. 35 plus for Tierney, I'll be happy. James, what do you expect to come in from outgoings?
What, monetary wise?
Yeah.
For Tierney, 30 to 35. For Balogun, 35 to 40. I'm not buying these stories of Newcastle not having the money. They do have the money. It's a load of BS. Oh, we don't have any money, so people aren't going to charge us extortionate rates for our players that we want to buy. We've heard it all before. So, I fully expect him to go to Newcastle, and it'll probably be 30-something plus add-ons.
Yeah.
Equaling over 35. So maybe like 37.5 or something. But we'll see. I mean, he commands that fee. And we do need to sell well because it's something as a club we don't do, and you've seen that. I think that shows in just the transfer industry as a whole. People don't really respect us when it comes to selling the players, so we need to take a tough stance on these things.
Well, considering this is going to be our last big summer, like a big splurge. After this summer, it's going to be back to self-sufficient, making sure what we buy, we're bringing in enough as well to cover what we buy. So yeah, we have to start selling well now. So if we got, I think when I spoke to Luke the other day, he sold about 180 million pounds worth of players. It's doable, I think we will sell over 100 million guaranteed. I don't think we'll get anything for Pepe, if I'm honest, because no one wants him.
Maybe 5 million at max.
Yeah, but to be honest, no one wants him. That's the slight concern that maybe Arsenal just go, see you later, just sign off the contract. And same as Suarez as well. Trying to think off the top of my head now. Holding, how much do you want for Holding?
10 mil.
10 mil. Cool. There was another one I was thinking of. Who's the other one we've considered? Oh, Tavares.
10 mil.
10 mil?
Yeah, he's not worth more than that.
Seriously, you don't think he's
he's not worth more than that. He's not worth more than that.
How much won't pay for him?
You won't get 15 million for him. I think we paid like 4 or 5 million quid.
Oh, okay.
We barely paid.
Oh yeah, we paid about 7 million, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Lakonga,
15.
So again, you've got over 100 million, which is what we'll then put back into the squad, and that's where we'll be getting the centre back, hopefully the right attacking forward and full back. The Cancelo rumours, they're not going away. They're not going away, mate.
No, I know. He's I just have a sneaky suspicion he's coming to Arsenal.
Yeah. I'm starting to think it now as well, because
I'm not against it, as long as we bring in another defender that's, how do you call it?
Can defend,
like a centre back style. Well, you think about it, right? I said to you ages ago that I want us to get 6 centre back profiles. Yeah. I said this, and I thought it was outrageous at the time. But if you think about it, we have 6 at the moment, including Holding. So when Holding goes, get rid of him and replace him with somebody else, and then you have Zinchenko, how do you call it, and Cancelo as flexible options. To be honest, I rate Cancelo. Just depends on the price and who else is the other defender we bring in. So, for example, if our window was, we want 5, so I won't say the forward, but let's say hypothetically we got Rice Caicedo, we got Tapsoba, and then we got Cancelo, I'd be very happy with that window. Really happy with that, just depending on who the accompanying defender is and the price of Cancelo itself. Because if they want 60 million quid, no. If we can get him for sub 45, yeah, I'd take him.
Yeah, because I can't think of how many years he got left. He's got quite a long length contract, hasn't he?
I'm not sure. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look myself, because obviously this is a stream that we weren't planning. So he's 29, which, yeah. His player value is 64 million euros.
I think he has a contract till 2027.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of value on that contract still.
Yeah.
I can see it, but I don't know, because I'm guessing when you look at the rumors, and some do suddenly fade, like the Boye one has pretty much just gone, even though supposedly we were him. But the Cancelo ones are now just leading the race, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like it, because he can play more than just full backs as well. So he has.
Oh yeah, he can play. I think it just gives us fluidity, and the reason why I like him more than some others, obviously we were linked with Castagna recently, and I'm not a fan of Castagna because he offers the flexibility, but it's not the level that João Cancelo gives you. And if you can bring in someone like João Cancelo who can actually really offer the high level performances at both flanks, and as you said, even in midfield, then it's a good thing. So I'm definitely for it.
Yeah. Are you worried about the age, 29?
No, because again, I'm not worried with age. Like, we don't have that much age in this team, especially with Xhaka going. It's one of those things where it's just like, you get rid of Xhaka, there's a 30-plus-year-old going. Look at our midfield; they're the only real aging players. You'd think, like we're getting rid of a lot of our dead wood, I guess, in a sense, or fringe players that are making up the older. I don't know, Holding, Suarez, So I don't mind it. We have a core group of young players that are going to stick together now, as it seems. So again, not against it.
Okay, just hypothetical before we wrap it up.
Okay.
Cancelo, Gundogan, Caicedo, Rice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Elise because he's my one.
Okay.
Elise, and Simmons. I'm gonna put Xavi Simmons in as well. If those are the signings for this summer, happy?
No.
Why not?
Because it's too many signings.
Too many signings.
It is too many signings. If we're signing 8 players, I'm not going to be happy.
Okay, what if 3 of them are like development players, like a
Okay, so
Marquinhos type signing.
hypothetically, I think we need 5. As I said, 2 midfielders, a forward, a centre back, and a fullback. This season, that's where I see us going. I'm more than happy if we can go. And I'd be over the moon if Stan Kroenke gave Edu a 70 million bag to go, right, okay, go get me the best South American talents. Yeah. I'd love it. I'd love him to go and get them, go start a project or developing these type style of things.
Yeah.
Send them on loan. That I'd be perfectly fine with. I'm just very cautious of the squad harmony, minutes we're going to have available, and the sheer volume of players we're going to have in this team. Because people say we don't have the squad depth. We do have the squad depth. It's just not the quality. We do have the bodies there. It's just if we're overloading this team with 8 players, as you said, it's too much. Quality-wise, yeah, fuck it, bring him in. But as me trying to keep my hat on, where it's like, is that too many? I think so. You'd have to let go of a lot of players, and mainstays within this team, I don't see a lot of outgoings. Again, it's just the mainstay. The mainstays that are going to go Xhaka and Tierney. That's who I see going. The rest, maybe Smith Rowe. But apart from that, again, you're talking players that have been out on loan or are fringe players. So, but yeah.
Before we wrap up, big up to Tamina. She's come in. Caicedo wants Arsenal move over Chelsea. Well, we're going to wait and see. We will break it if we hear anything like we have today. I know it's not been super quick after it was broke, but come on, guys. It's a weekend. To be fair, I wasn't playing any streams this weekend at all. Any striker we have been... The last one was the Torino striker. I honestly think that Arsenal have now pulled back on the striker option. And maybe if something develops later, because obviously we're only in June, there's still 2 months, well, 3 months if you want to be really fussy about it, but there's nearly 3 months of the summer window. So look, if someone was starting to sign Eddie, I'm pretty sure Arsenal would go, okay, considering that, let's go and get this guy now, because that Torino player was only 22 million. That's nothing. We could cover that with selling Eddie easy. And probably make a profit as well, to be fair. So, look, at the moment, not right now, but if there is any more...
Well, there's Havertz, what we spoke about, but...
Not a striker. Not a striker.
Yeah. He falls under that category for me.
Yeah, but honestly, if that is what we're looking at for a striker, no. I just can't see it. I love Havertz. So he's been brilliant in the Bundesliga. I watched him a lot. I watched him for the German national team. Absolutely brilliant. Just is not a striker. I don't know how he actually fits in the Arsenal system. I can't see it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah. But James, thank you ever so much for jumping on. Let's try and see if you can say Twitter today. Where can people find you?
Same as yesterday. At James Armory TV. I'm not even going to say the social media platform. If you know, you know. So and you can find me here as well. I'll be on some more straight streams if we get any more breaking news.
Yeah, exactly. We'll try and break it as quick as we can. We're pretty quick, but we'll try and be as quick as we possibly can. I will be back on Monday with Tony at 10 a.m. to do the last of the Armory awards. So, guys, tune in for that if you can. But for now, thank you ever so much, James. Thank you for the chat. Guys, we're out of here. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.